special dream. Visualize just what we mean. Innovation shaping our fate. Together we celebrate. From data to display, community lights the way. Liquid Galaxy, we see it all. Technological marvel standing tall. Liquid Galaxy, together we thrive. In the heart of the tech beehive.
So this is my release build of my app, which has three screens: the start screen, the home screen, and the connection screen or the settings screen. The start screen only has three elements inside of it: a logo, a text, and an elevated button with a navigator function on it, which goes to our home screen. Then inside of our home screen, we have all of these buttons, which are family cards, which I have made using all of these named variables such as icon, title, subtitle, and on tap. And also, this is a stateless widget, so it doesn't change from user interaction. Also, these family cards work using gesture detector, which detects whether we have tapped on it or not. Now, home action. So inside home actions, we place these family cards in a grid-like view where the cross axis count is 2. So horizontally, there can be only 2 family cards, and then we have added spacing between them. And here is where we call these family cards over and over again and adding these inputs to these variables. Next comes the settings. Inside the settings is where we do all of the connections. Here we have text editing controller, which is in charge of storing and reading all the user input we add. Then we have these text field, and inside the password text field, I have added obscure text is equals to true, which obscures all of these text. Then when we press connect, our IP address and usernames gets trimmed from all the spaces it has, and port gets changed from string to int. Then we have a stateful widget which contains a connection result where we try to connect using error exception handling. And if we connect, the text changes from not connected to connected to Liquid Galaxy, and it changes to green color. And if it hasn't, we say connection failed, and it stays red color. And also we try to catch the errors such as username is false or IP address is wrong. This way, if there are any errors, the Liquid Galaxy app doesn't crash. So let's start by connecting to our Liquid Galaxy rig, and then we use our KML. Now, if I press this connect button, it should connect as it has. Then we have these two KMLs. First is India KML, then there is this Australia KML. For India KML, I have then first added these named variables, longitude and latitude, which are used in this KML payload function, which is used in this home actions where we define the latitude and longitude and which KML we are calling. First, let's start with India gate. As you can see, our Liquid Galaxy rig flies towards the India gate KML. Then we also have Sydney Opera House KML and an enable logo function. The logo has been enabled and our Sydney Opera House KML is also showing. Then we have remove KML, which should remove this KML, and remove logo, which should remove the Liquid Galaxy logo. That's all for the functionality of our app. Now let's talk about our backend, which is inside LG service, which is in charge of connecting our Liquid Galaxy app to our rig, where we have this Dart convert, which converts KML files to base64. Then we also have this Dart SSH2 package, which opens the SSH connection. Firstly, we have this connect function, which tries to connect to our TCP socket using our IP and port, and then connects to SSH client using our username and password. Then we also have this exec function, which checks whether we are connected or not, and if we are, it sends Linux functions. We use it to later on send Linux functions, such as this in this force refresh. We first call exec function, and then we send a refresh function for query.txt. We also have this clean KMLs, upload KMLs, where we first turn the KML into base64, and then it has gone to Liquid Galaxy rig. Then we decode it and rewrite it in KML.txt file. We also have this fly to and show KML. Inside show KML, we first clean the KMLs, then we upload the required KML, and then we fly towards it. We have this send logo function, which sends the logo to our third slave screen, which is our leftmost screen, and then a clean KML logo, which overrides the logo KML with an empty KML. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Karthik and this is my submission for task 2 for GSoC Liquid Galaxy pre-requirements. And in this task we had to create a Flutter app that was basically a controller app for the rigs we created in task 1. In task 1 we used the data spaces visualization app, and in task 2 we had to create our own app. So I've created a Flutter app. Let me show you. Yeah, so here it is. This is Android Studio open right here. Wait, give me a second. Yeah. So we have our Pixel 6a. It's running right here, and this is the screen where we have our 3 rig setup and this running devices LG2, LG1, and LG3. Right now, so in task 2 we had to create an app that was basically a controller app. So this app has basic functionalities like sending TMLs, show logo overlay, and clean logo and clean map. Let me show you the connectivity. We go to settings, and as you can see right now, this IP is wrong. So if we just change it to right IP, and the port is also not correct, let me just change it. So my IP was this right here, 201.3, and the port is 22, and we have also used shared preferences in that. So once you type this, you don't have to type it again and again whenever you open the app. Just save the settings, and it appears setting save. Yeah, as you can see, the green dot appears. Let me just move it around, and here it is. It's connected. So the backend working of this app is we are connecting these two things using SSH connection, and we have synced the maps. So basically the map on our app is Google Maps. We've used Google Maps API for this app. So we basically have a fly to connection, fly to function in our code base that basically mirrors the movement of our map on the phone to LG rig, as you can see. So we have 2 KML files as per the requirements for the task 2. One is fly to India Gate, and one other one is to fly to Eiffel Tower. I created these KML files using Google Earth Pro. I just saved the location as KML files and used that as the KML files. So let's go to India Gate. Yep, as you can see, the India Gate appears in the mobile app, and it's also mirroring it. Let me pull it down. Yep, as you can see here, we have we can move it around, and it also moves here. The other functionality of this app is we have created a show logo. So it appears on the leftmost. Yep. We also have a clean logo button, so it basically removes the logo. And let's go to Eiffel Tower first. So what's basically happening is the logo overlays sent to slave3.kml, and the fly to India Gate and fly to Eiffel Tower KMLs are being sent to slave1.kml, as it is the master VM. So we don't have to send it to like LG3 and LG2 as well, because both of them are mirroring LG1. Yep, so here we are on our Eiffel Tower, And we have a button for clean map. So basically it erases, like it cleans the slave1.kml file. So we have cleaned the file. Now it doesn't have the Eiffel Tower data. And here is the code base. This is the structure. I have made a KML commands, the home page and setting page. This is the main file that contains all the data for the connections and the other functions like fly2, show logo, and all the other functions. And this is our main.dart file. Thank you, everyone.
Hi, my name is Darpan Bhaviskar and this is the demo video. I have prefilled the credentials. Now I will connect to the machine, and as it is now connected, I will send the logo and it will appear on the left screen here. Now I will do a clear logo for confirmation, and as you can see it is cleared. Now let's send a logo again and let's work with it as it is here. Now let's send a 3D KML. Here it will do a tour to the location where the KML is located, and it will generate the KML on the map. As you can see here, this is the 3D colored pyramid, and as you can see here, this is the 3D pyramid here. And now I will clear the pyramid here, and it is cleared. Now I will fly to the home. Here I have put the locations of India. Now it will do a tour to that location, and as you can see, this is the place, so it is working fine. Okay, now I will explain you the code. Here in the lib there is main.dart, which contains all the UI UX part, and this is the connection.dart, which actually contains all the connections and the services. Here is first I have initialized the SSH class. Here are all the attributes, and this is the connect to LG function. Then this is the shutdown function, this is the reboot function, and this is the relaunch Google Earth function, which I have directly taken reference from the Lucia project. This is the send 3D pyramid. Here first of all I have did a tour function, which does a tour to the location, and after a successful tour, here from the assets KML's pyramid KML, from the asset folder, the pyramid KML is actually overwritten onto the master.kml, and then we do a force refresh here. In this way the 3D pyramids appeared on the master machine. And this is the force master refresh function, where we use this refresh script. Then there is send logo function. We have our logo PNG in the asset folder, so we convert it into a binary form and send it to the master rig via the SFTP connection, and then we use this KML, this final KML, and we overwrite this KML into this path, and this KML is the logo.kml in the assets, into the assets, and then when we do a refresh, the logo is appeared onto the left screen. Then there is clear logo. In this clear logo, we actually use this blank KML and we overwrite it onto this KML file, this KML path, and when we refresh it, the logo is gone and we see a plain screen. In similar way, the clear KML function works. Here we actually overwrite the blank KML into this master.kml path, and when we do a force master refresh, all the KMLs are cleared. These are all the helper functions, this execute function, this is force refresh function, and this force refresh to function, and these are referenced from the Lucia project. This is the fly to home city function, which contains the fly tour KML for the home, and it is in the asset folder. These are all the helper function, and the main function here is fly to function. As you can see, from the assets folder, the home.kml is overwritten into the master KML, and then after doing a force refresh, we use a play tour function. And play tour function is this thing. We just give this play tour command to the query text in the temp folder, and as you can see, this home.kml is actually generated from Perplexity. This logo.kml is referenced from the Lucius project, and this pyramid.kml is generated from Perplexity, but it had some error, so I used my own intuition and I experimented with Google Earth Pro, and then I have come with this pyramid.kml. Thank you.
Hello mentors, my name is Tanishq Sharma and this is my submission for task 2 at Liquid Galaxy Lab for GSoC 2026. I am using Android emulator to run Google Pixel 7a and Oracle VirtualBox to run a rig of 3 virtual machines. Let me start by first giving a quick introduction of my codebase. I mostly worked with these two folders, assets and lib. Assets contains the KML files and the logos, and lib contains other application files. The KML folder has pyramid.kml. This file helps to display the pyramid. It was developed by me. It uses 4 points and connects them with each other and styles the pyramid accordingly. Upon connecting the 4 points, we can see the pyramid. The look at tag provides the camera a position. The send KML example file was taken from the repository mentioned in this document. Similarly, the file LG service was also taken from the repository mentioned in this Google document. After that, we can come to the lib folder and see models, providers and screens. The models folder has the screen overlay KML model. This model helps to display the logos like this. After that comes the providers. It has settings provider that helps to change the font size and the theme provider that helps to change the theme. After that comes the screens. These are the 4 main screens of the application. So now let us take a look at the application. Let me just restart it. Here we go. You can see that the rig is working fine and the application should restart. This is the splash screen and then the main screen. Now let us first try to clean the KML and logos, and it does not let us because we haven't connected yet. So let us click connection, connect to LG, back. Now clean KML and logos. It cleans all the previous files and the logos. Now comes the send LG logo. On clicking this button, the logo appears. Now we can try out the fly to my hometown button. A visit to my hometown, and this is my hometown Ghaziabad. As we can see, we can zoom in, and yes. Also, if we press clean KML, the blue marker should vanish as it is a result of a KML file, and it does. Now we can see the 3D pyramid KML. Create pyramid of KML loads, and here it is. So this is the pyramid. Let us start orbit. These buttons were created by me to get a better view of the pyramid so that we can see the pyramid from all 4 sides. Like this, and then stop orbit. Now if you somehow don't like the pyramid, you can just press clean KML and the pyramid vanishes. Like that. So now how the application works. First, when we press connection and then connect to LG, it creates a connection with the LG machine using the credentials stored in it. So it uses those credentials to SSH into the master machine. After that, we can upload files to the master machine or execute commands on it. After that, the master machine orders the slave machines accordingly to display the data. So let us see the code base. If we press the home KML button, this function is called. It first checks whether we are connected or not. After that, it loads the send KML example file into sample KML and then sends the sample KML as example.kml using the upload KML function. After that, it force refreshes the main screen and then uses the fly to function to set the camera at a new position. So this is how all the buttons are working. Thank you.
So hello everyone, I'm Vinayak and this is my basic Flutter control application for Liquid Galaxy Task 2. So here we have our application. So here a few functionality, like we can send 2 KMLs and then we can clear the view, we can show 3D pyramid, show LG logo and then clear the logo. So first we'll go to the VS Code and check out it's working, and then we'll check our application. So this is our VS Code. Here we can see, so basically this one is SSH service.dart. Here we have 2 methods, this connect and execute. So in connect, this SSH client, this whole block of code is the object where we will represent my live SSH session. Then we have final socket equals to await socket. So this will create TCP socket to LG rig, and then I have kept a timeout for so the app won't hang out if IP is wrong. Then we have this create this client equals to client socket username. So basically it will create client over that socket, and then this is the password request. And here we have if client equals to null through exception SSH node connected. So basically if user presses some button before connection, then it will show error. Then await client 1 equals to error. So Liquid Galaxy needs this command to in login shell. So now we'll go to the main.dart. So in main.dart we are basically focusing on user interface, and we have this button logic also. This is a final SSH service SSH. So it is a single SSH object used by the whole application, and here the LG service SSH. Here I link SSH layer with the LG layer. Then this one we have status equals to connecting. So this is the status shown in the card widget that we have built in our UI. Then we have this host username password. So basically this is the SSH connection to my Liquid Galaxy IP address. And then status connected is equals to true, then status is connected to LG. Then status equals to, so this will know if the credentials that we have used are correct or wrong. Then we have this reusable widget, reusable button builder. So for all the actions, we will go to the LG service.dart. Here we basically do the 3 major things. So we will manage all our KML files on the Liquid Galaxy rig. Then we will send our camera lookat commands. Then we will reset the overlay. So here we have await SSH.execute. So this command will create this KML on the Liquid Galaxy rig. Then we have this link. I use this online PNG, so we don't have to face any local file issue. Then we have overlay, it is placed on the top left corner. Then we have size of the screen, and then basically this is the clear logo. If you click on this button, it will empty all the logos. Then here we have our KMLs. So now we will go to our application and check out its working. So before going to the application, we will first Flutter clean, or then we will Flutter here. Then we will Flutter run. So now our application will launch in our Google Pixel 3 emulator. So it's here. So now we will first click on this button and it is connected. So first 2 is our KML file, third one is to clear the view, fourth one is to show 3D pyramid, fifth one is our fifth button is our to show the LG logo and then clear the logo. So as mentioned in the document, in task 2 document, the first thing that we have to do here is to show our LG logo. Then we have to continue with the other KMLs and the pyramid thing. So first we'll click on LG logo. Then we can see here on the left screen we have this beautiful Liquid Galaxy logo here on the Liquid Galaxy 3. Then we will first I'll clear the logo once, clear logo. So yeah, it is working. Then again we'll click on show logo. Yeah, so now we'll let it be there. Now we'll go to our KML1. So it will take us to the my local location, so Delhi. Now we will go to our second location. We'll send KML2, which is of New York. So as I clicked on New York, it will take us to New York. Yeah, as you can see. Now if you click on the clear view, then it will clear the whole view and we can see the whole view of the earth. Then if we click on show 3D pyramid, then it will take us to the pyramid location. Yeah, as you can see here, this is a L3D pyramid. I have kept it at the same location of my first KML. So we can see this is a beautiful 3D pyramid, clear, clear view. So yeah, this is all about our task to control the application.
Elementors, I am Harsh and this is my second task. So this is the app. If we go to the settings page, it has all the details that you can enter to connect your Liquid Galaxy system with the mobile phone. And you can also save your settings for future use. This happens using shared preferences. This is the main app, so let's try sending a logo. It will send it to LG3 on the left hand side. And if I try to clear the logo, you can see the logo has disappeared. Now let's try sending KML2. It's a pin over the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and the KML1 is of a pentagon figure on the Pentagon in the US with a pin. Now, if I press clear all KMLs, it will remove your KML content. And if I press clear all logos, it removes the logo as well as the KMLs. So this is the app. Now I'll quickly explain the code. Okay. Uh, Main.dart is the main entry point of our application. So when you launch the app or when you build the app, this is the main file. Now, uh, important content of the working of the application is in the controllers. LG controller.dart is the it has the main functions that can be used for SSH related tasks. So I have made a small diagram. Basically, we connect our app through SSH to LG1, and this is the path where we make the changes. It is constantly being polled at through a PHP server, and any changes that we make in this directory are reflected immediately on the slaves also. Now, how much? Okay, so SFTP is also a protocol that can be used for file transfer. I had used it for sending the PNG of uh, the logo to the Liquid Galaxy machine LG1. Now, so LG controller dot dart has all the information of maintaining a SSH session. Next is the settings controller dot dart. This file is responsible for your settings page's backend logic. So basically, we input the IP address, username, port, and password. Now SSH controller.dart has all the read and write functionalities that we use to make changes in our KML file on that directory var slash www.html and slash KMLs. So all those functions are mentioned here: execution of commands, uploading of files, uploading an asset. So these things are mentioned over here. And when we come to the home screen.dart and settings screen.dart, this is kind of like the UI part of our application. So the home screen.dart has all these buttons, this grid view that we have here, and it on the behind the scenes it calls these controllers that I just explained briefly. So they contain the logic. These parts contain mostly the UI and the front end part. Similar thing applies to setting screen.dart. So this setting screen that I have, all the interface is mentioned here, and these are colors and all for the icons. And again on the back end, it relies upon these controllers. And even the controllers, when we talk about them, they are interdependent upon each other. Let's say SSH controller.dart, it's performing actions for read and write, but it needs confirmation from LG controller.dart that the device is connected and there is an active session. So this was a brief explanation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Aryan Sharma. I am second year undergraduate student at IIT Dhanbad. I have successfully completed pre-recruitment task 2 for Liquid Galaxy for Google Summer of 4 2023. Now in this video, I am going to demonstrate my app. First we all can see our three machines are synced properly. In app we go to setting tab to connect app with Liquid Galaxy rig. Here we enter the details, username, IP address, port, password, number of screen, and on pressing connect, the app get connect to the LG rig and the first command run. It go to the default location. Now come to the home tab where all other features are present. First we have the feature of send logo. On clicking this button, the logo sent to the leftmost screen of the LG rig. The second feature of the app is sending the KMLs. We have two KMLs. By this drop down menu we can select any of the KML. First we select plate boundaries. On clicking show KML in the screen button, it shows these lines in the Google Earth that are tectonic plates boundaries. As we all can see, our Earth is divided into many of the tectonic plate boundaries. These are of them we can see from this KML data. Now we can select other KML also, the quadrilateral. It go to the India and connecting make a quadrilateral connecting four major cities of India: New Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and Kolkata. This is for the second KML. Now we have the clean logo feature. On clicking this clean logo button, the logo from the leftmost screen get removed. Similar feature for cleaning KML. On clicking this button, the KML from the screen get removed and the screen become clear. We have other features of reboot, shutdown, and relaunch. On clicking any of these buttons, we show confirmation dialog box. On clicking this OK, the run commands run. Starting with a breakdown of the code logic. First start with main.dart file. The app starts from the main function and initialize my app where dark theme and the app configurations are defined. My home page uses the bottom navigation bar for screen navigation. On the user selection, it switches between the home screen and the settings screen. Now come to the code breakdown of the LG service.